gamers, welcome back to the channel, and today in this video we'll be discussing about my secret rank 5 champion, and that is Diablo. Recently I took him up to rank 5 and a couple of my friends asked me why Diablo, and that too unawakened. So in this video I will try to show you, and for those people, what is Diablo capable of, and we'll be testing out his damage potential, and I will try to show you how quickly he takes out those big health fights. So it will be interesting to see how he does even unawakened. So stay tuned with me, don't skip any part of it, and let's get started. And here we are using two synergies. One is with Loki, and the other best option for this synergy is Kingpin. What this synergy does is it makes Diablo's poisons to be passive and increases the potency of these poisons by 10%. Another synergy is with Doc, which gives us the 70% chance to stun your opponent every time you launch your special attack. And these two synergies will help me to keep up those poisons, keep on pausing them and deal as much damage as possible. If you know that Diablo's gameplay, then you know that Diablo's damage output comes out of that poisons. So as many poisons you can keep up, the damage goes on. So let's get into some action and let's see how these synergies work actually. And now we'll be jumping onto the Winter Soldier just to keep the tradition going, and let's have some fun with this Diablo. When you use Diablo, the first thing that you have to do is to build up those poisons. And there are two ways to do that. One is with the final medium attack of Diablo, and the second one is with the heavy attack. The final medium attack has a chance to apply a poison, whereas the heavy attack has a guaranteed chance to apply a poison for each hit. Diablo's heavy attack has 2 hits, that means you get 2 guaranteed poisons on your opponent. So as you can see, we are building those poisons just like that, and the story doesn't end there. You have to pause those poisons to deal even more damage. How you can pause those poisons? All you have to do is you do not let the animation to complete. I mean, when you launch a SP1, you have to block right after your SP1 or dash back to be safe, which will pause your poisons on opponent, and it will deal even more damage and you can stack even more poisons. And that is a way that you deal more damage with Diablo. And that's why Diablo is a poison king. And you can ask me that, dude, you're telling me to dash back to be safe and you're dashing forward and attacking that Winter Soldier. Don't get me wrong guys, that is just because of that synergy with Doc, which will allow me to have a 70% chance to stun my opponent every time I launch my special attack. Loki and Kingpin synergies are very useful in scenarios like masochism, debuff immunity, and more annoying fights where you can't apply those poison debuffs. And that is a bit overpowered performance from Diablo, at least for me, but like every champion has their own downsides, Diablo also has a downside, and that is the next fight, which is Captain Marvel, and we all know that Captain Marvel is poison immune, and Diablo's biggest damage source is those poison debuffs. Wherever you can't apply those poisons, Diablo is not the best option for that fight. So we are taking out that Captain Marvel with Human Torch and moving on to the next fight, which is Juggernaut fight. And before we start this fight, we are activating the Philosopher Mix Essence of Null. This will give a 100% chance to nullify a buff every 12 seconds. As we are dealing with Juggernaut, we all know he is unstoppable, and this will come handy to nullify those unstoppable buffs. And as you can see, the first goal is to build up those poisons, keep up the poisons, pause them using SP1s, and deal more damage. And this fight might be a little bit longer than the previous fight because Winter Soldier is easy fight compared to this bloody Juggernaut, just because we have to deal with that unstoppableness. Sometimes we have to deal with that, and sometimes that Philosopher's Mix will take care of that and nullify those. And as you can see, we're building up those poisons, and those poisons are putting some work. And whenever we launch that special attack, that stun is really coming handy to keep up the chain on specials. And Juggernaut is like throwing everything he got, and he is trying to be unstoppable for a long time. As you know, we activated that Philosopher's Mix, which will nullify some of those unstoppable buffs, and that's giving a lot of trouble to this Juggernaut. We are launching heavy attacks whenever we can because heavy attacks give you guaranteed poisons. Even the Juggernaut is melting down to this Diablo. I feel like Diablo is just like Archangel. Archangel is definitely faster, but in addition to the neurotoxin, he also applies the bleed. But here with Diablo, there is only one thing that is working, which is poison. Archangel is definitely the faster, but Diablo is almost close to Archangel. And that is it for this video, guys. I hope you liked the video. And if you have Diablo, comment down below your experience with Diablo. And it would be great to know your experience with Diablo. Just wanted to share my experience with my new rank 5 Diablo. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon so that you never miss my another video. And as always, until my next video, enjoy the day, enjoy the life, and I'll catch you in the next one.